What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing this evening? So this is episode 7. That's right. We are back and we are going to be doing some ear hustling. Around these internet streets, but we're gonna hop on over to TikTok and hear ear hustle, if you will, to some conversations that's going on about Black women relationships and how men consider or think about Black women. So tonight's show is ear hustling, and we'll have a conversation about what we hear later. So let's hop on, because I was listening to one. I think they're getting ready to end the live stream. So hopefully we can get on before they end it so we can hear what's going on these internet streets, because I don't want y'all to think it's just coming from me. Women are mad, especially Black women, okay, about the gender wars. You know what's up. Let's go on over and see what's popping. Let's turn that down a little bit. Ear hustling 101. Let's go.
All of the poisonings of the wells, all of the nastiness, all of the alt-right pipeline, the husbands deciding that they need to go ahead and also join the red pill, despite the fact that they already got like a whole entire wife and family and everything. It is about patriarchy. It's about control. The first ism is sexism. That was the first ism. The first slaves were women. Okay? When we are talking about all the ills that we have in humanity today, if we keep going back and everything, like how, the Christians like to make that umbrella and say it's God, then, then the man, and then this and that and the other. The umbrella that we're under is first there was the patriarchy. And from that, they begat religion, which begat classism, which begat caste systems, which begat racism, which begat all the begats. It started with patriarchy. All of the isms and things that we have that we are dealing with to this day, you can all bring it back to one specific monster. At some point in time, the men decided that they wanted to wrest control of the womb from the women, and they have been making fractals ever since. So even when we're talking about all the different political systems and capitalism and all the things, at the end of the day, it's about one set of people in the hierarchy being able to have control. And to answer the prompt before we end it, the reason why these men are getting onto the red pill pipeline, despite the fact that they are married, is because they don't feel like they have control. And somewhere there's a man with a microphone telling him that all he has to do is step A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and then he will be the man, he will have control, he will have status, stature, and he will have, all the things that he ever wants. But it's never going to happen, because at the end of the day, it is all poison. And so if we're going to go ahead and, get ourselves out of this thing, right now, women are in a rebellion and a revolt, and I say keep on doing it. And when you are doing it, you're not going to just be doing it outward at the people, but you're going to have to deconstruct internally. You're going to have to deconstruct about your thoughts and views about all the things that you have thoughts and views about, in order to make sure that you are actively using clean water to flush out any poison that might have been in you. That is your pick-meism, that is your capitalistic mindset, that is your elitism, that is any of the homophobias, that's your ableism, all the isms and is that you might possess in yourself. You're going to actually have to root it out of your own self, pour that clean water in, get that poison out.
We are ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen. This live stream is getting ready to end.
That was beautiful, per usual.
This live stream, we're over on TikTok, ear hustling. I just want to bring the streets directly to you. I don't want you to think that as I continue on with this series, Leave Black Women Alone, that this is just coming from me and only my sentiments. We're ear hustling just so that you can see and, well, not see, but hear what is really going on these internet streets and how women, black women, truly feel. Let's continue before they end the live and welcome in. Ableism, smexism, anything that aligns with the isms that is a negative, a net negative on all of us as a community. Don't do that no more. Because next time, I'm gonna just drop you and you'll never come up in here again. Well,
I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to run it back. But thank y'all for coming. My family is loud, y'all. I'm so sorry.
So this live stream is getting ready to end, but we will continue.
I'm gonna drop y'all down now. Thanks for having us out.
We will continue to peruse these internet streets for these live streams of the conversations that are going on. This is episode 7. We are ear hustling down on the internet streets over here on TikTok. And we're going to see what people are talking about. How do women truly feel? And you know what? We might get lucky and hear how men have they changed. Are they still thinking the same? And I'm going to have some questions, and I want to just take some notes as we peruse these internet streets and then bring them back up. Okay, I'm looking at one right now. Let me see if this is something I want to bring up for you all to hear. Why did Adam accept the fruit? Ooh, this might be good. Topic 2, how to prepare for the coming of God. Hopefully we can hear, maybe they didn't go past why did Adam accept the fruit, because we hear a lot, men bring that up a lot. Eve brought the sin into the world, she's the evil one, but why did Adam accept the fruit? Because these men are strong on, I'm the leader, I'm the leader, I'm the leader, I'm the leader, I'm the leader. But why did your father, great father, Adam, accept the fruit? Hopefully let's hear what they're saying over here on this side of the street. We're ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Go ahead and hit the like button 2 times and let's go. We're going to hear what they got to say.
I know that kind of love. Parents do it with their children all the time. Children do it with their parents. Because one of the things says love hopes all things, believes all things.
Right.
So you want to have a relationship with this person. And I'm not telling you not to. I'm not saying that you should not let them come over. But I'm saying if that's what you choose to do, you're not in sin doing that. But if you want to, if you want them around, you want to keep bringing them around.
Welcome in Forever Studios. How are you doing? And happy belated birthday.
But you just know what to expect when they come. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to lock stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Put stuff away that you don't want to come up missing.
Hello, Martin.
Lock your door, something like that. Because you're not gonna make me feel guilty because you wanna mistreat me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what's been thrown at me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna make me feel guilty. You the one that's wrong, not me.
So we're ear hustling, y'all. We're on the internet streets, ear hustling.
Right.
Seeing what people have to say about these gender wars.
That doesn't mean their character change. You get what I'm saying? Because once somebody do things, it kind of build a character for themselves until they show you their characteristics is gone out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Yeah. It's painful, but I'll deal with it. Yeah. But that's like a knife in my heart right now.
I know. And you want to make sure you do treat them right because...
I do. That's the thing. And just take it for granted. It's just like somebody just slapping you and laughing in your face. then turn around and give you a
Okay.
fake hug.
So
Then
we're gonna
turn
keep
around.
moving.
It's like a whole little game for
Let me
them.
turn this
It's
down,
like,
y'all.
you get tired.
Opposite way. We are on the internet streets. This is episode 7. We are ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want you to think some of these ideas come from me. I want you to hear what is being said, what is being discussed when it comes to the gender wars, and when it comes to how the black woman is being deserted, left behind, if you will. Let's keep it pushing. Let me see. Let's go. I'm going to keep it moving. And I've been taking some notes because I want to actually talk to you all. Maybe you all have something to say about how you feel regarding these gender wars. Okay. So let me keep going. All right. Let me see what this prompt is. This prompt reads: Are black men the leading cause of the baby mama crisis? Woo wee! Let's pop in and let's ear hustle. All right, let's go.
She said, hurry up, get the hell home. That's what the hell your wife said. They be on that corn, bro. Have it home with that nonsense. Yeah, you said this conversation with love. You and the coach, and Scott the coach, you never answered the question. You never confirmed, or you messing with those women at the job while you unloading. You skipped over that. You skipped over that.
Ain't messing with the women at the job.
Yeah, you asked question, I asked you question. You said y'all be in the street cheating. Oh, big 1911. Your wife is not cheating, you big liar. That's you cheating. Your wife is home cooking your friends and take care of your children. They're not cheating. They waiting on you. They gotta take care of them. They gotta take care of them. Ask you why you called, see how she was doing. While you calling another chick, asking her how she
What's
doing.
good, Carmel? Come and Cam. Welcome in.
It sounds good.
Big 19. You said, see, they don't take account. Oh, big 19.
We just over here ear hustling.
Woman,
we on these internet streets.
Woman. What are you talking about?
Want to hear what everybody else think about the gender war.
Y'all the fuckers.
Yeah.
You know the one who accused someone of cheating is the one that cheated.
Let me say this. We're ear hustling real quick on the internet streets over on TikTok. And we're going to have some questions that I'm jotting down. I'm going to ask the audience what y'all think. I'm just going to give you my take on the questions that I jot down. So we're in this live stream, and it's called Nikki Speaks 48. And the question that it's asking is, are black men the leading cause of the baby mama crisis, our culture? Let's get to it. Let's go. Ear hustling.
Hey, Nick, probably in the Twitter account. Huh?
Now,
Who just did that?
you ain't got to be to the truck stops and all that, you know, on all these apps. Because you're driving. Because right there. Yeah, the women are driving nowadays.
Yeah. And they do not look, and they look like they dress, you know, like they got nails here and all that kind of stuff. It ain't like they just out there looking like whatever.
I mean, they instead of being out here in the streets, they're in the truck, but they got the same gear on. They got the same clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They dressing like they want to go outside and kick it, but
I seen some of them on TikTok.
Yeah. You see inside those trucks. They ain't gotta do all that. They right there, right next to you.
And we had one that came in here, one of the first.
I think they're talking about them lock lizards.
She called Sundress Trigger. Like, get your over down here. Oh yeah, that's right. She was a trucker and shit, yeah.
Okay, they talking about truckers, y'all. We might keep it pushing.
That's right. Can't see that, but just you don't need no.
We on the internet streets ear hustling about these gender wars.
Yeah, he was number one.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something real quick. Ooh, that was giving me a headache, y'all. Ooh, I'm going to start bringing people up on my panel to do just this. I want to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, because I don't want nobody to just agree with me. I want to know your true feelings. Okay, how you truly feel. So I'm going to be doing this over here on YouTube, bringing people up on my panel. We're going to have discussion, but let me tell you this right now. You're not going to make my head hurt. Everybody just talking and ain't got nothing to say. If I put a prompt out, the prompt is the question. Just like when you prompt Chat GPT, you put a certain title or question in, we address it, and I want to hear your thoughts. But we're gonna have to move on from this live stream because they give me a headache. Everybody talking and ain't nobody answering nothing. Okay. So that's tonight's episode. We are ear hustling. Leave Black women alone. Let's go.
She over there.
Let me see. No, they still talking. They jabber John. Let me keep going. So let's see. Let's see what this one was talking about. Are Black Americans lying about being Indian? Now, we ain't going to talk about the races or the nations. Because, baby, I got another episode. That might be episode 8 or 9, 10 about the races that these men are running to. Because the Bible says to, but, just give y'all a little, do your homework and give you a little hint about the quiz that's coming up. They want to leave Black women alone. They promote going to the other races. But in the end times, it does say that every race shall go back to their own nation. How's that going to work when you done baby mama all these other nation of women? How that's going to work for you fellas? But that's another discussion for another day, okay? Welcome in. Y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me while I peruse these internet streets to see what we can ear hustle on, okay? Let's see this one. What is this one talking about? Let's see what they prompt saying. Black men are abusers. Black men. Let's listen in. Let me see what they talking about. Black men use the internet for instant education. Okay, hold on.
Ooh,
let's see. Hold on.
American, you've been dropped with a money cop pal. I was gonna let you talk, but you want to do my duty, so I just drop you. I was gonna let you respond to him and then drop you, but okay. So yeah, you've been dropped by a money cop pal. Hold on, it's still his turn. If anybody wants to save her spot, just send anything higher than a money cop pal. Go ahead. By all means, you can finish. She's in the comments.
Thank you, sister. I just have to say this, and then I'm going to drop myself and allow somebody else to join the panel. Sisters, please be aware of what's happening nowadays.
They get pregnant.
What's happening, sister, is that we are beginning to use social media as another wave of manipulation to
put that up there for you real quick,
and to disarm you, sister. And it is becoming abundantly clear that it is having a net positive effect on some tap dancing Negroes. And as I always refer to tap dancing Negroes, you have to be careful. They also have women's shoes at the tap dancing store. And it is abundantly clear that there are some sisters who, through one reason or the other, maybe it was a knock against the washing machine, and maybe that washing machine was on red cycle, and it had knocked some common sense out the system. So you have to be mindful that some sisters, just like any Stockholm Syndrome victim, sometimes they will love the oppressive.
Will love the oppressive. Oh, Lord.
The greatest thing to ever happen to them. No different than the house Negro. We just must be mindful, brothers and sisters, that these panels are not just for
ear hustling. That's right.
Not just for information, but they are and should be a bat signal for what you have to live around.
Come on now.
And that's really all I wanted. If I can say one last thing about this straw movie, because they're
talking about the straw movie
here about what it did for me.
I have not seen that movie, so I cannot.
Of what sisters went through.
Expound.
But what that movie did for me, that bears a resemblance on how Black men treat our sisters, BLK men. Growing up the way I did with my.
Come on, internet. Don't start acting crazy now. We ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. My internet want to act stupid. Is it about the storm?
I never met the woman, but one time right before she passed. And I used To blame her for the things that she movie helped me realize, sister, is that I should have been asking my mother when I spoke to her through spirit, what didn't she have the ability to do, as opposed to blaming her for what she didn't do.
Hello.
Her and my
we're
mother's
gonna talk about
environment,
that.
no different than that sister in the Straw movie, contributed to the decisions and the choices that she made. And we don't give grace to Black women.
We ear hustling, y'all.
We don't give grace. Again, we don't give grace unless we have an expectation of something in return for the little bit of grace that we give.
Ooh, deep.
We either want access to her body or continued access to her body.
Come on now, brother.
And that is the only time that we listen,
Come on, brother.
grace, or we claim to hear.
Ooh,
and we claim to understand. There were some brothers that would use the terminology that they overstand. Be careful, sister. It is just another way of using despairing hands to take your panties off. Most of these Negroes don't care nothing about you. They don't care about your past. And sister, don't be dissuaded. They don't care about your future. There's a lot of brothers out here that have taken on the slave master's responsibility. White man sitting back left. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, by all means. I'll drop you. Thanks for coming through.
He sounds like Malcolm X for real.
So let's let reality get in.
Yeah, Cody, can I say something? I just came to direct support for you. Can I match? I think what was just said was very, very harmful. Can I match that gift for her to come back up and stand on that?
Yeah, definitely. Let's hear what she has to say.
She should just run away from a statement like that. So I'll send the gift for her to come back up.
Okay, yeah, that works for anybody. Just send a gift to get somebody back up, even if you just want to hear what they have to say. But somebody can drop her again if they want to. Let me go to reality. Reality, go ahead and chime in. Then we're gonna go to Be Okay, Betty.
Okay, thank you. All right, so here's one thing we're hearing again and again and again. So I wish that brother hadn't left. I would love to address him.
He's still in the comments. He probably will come up if you address him.
Yeah, well, here's something. I listened to a couple things that he said. Here's what I'm hearing again and again and again from people, from men like this. They take away all accountability of personal decision making away from our women. It makes no sense. It's stupid. We have to stop doing this. But I'm not going to get on that too much. Here's one thing I'm going to say. When people say there's not a gender war going on,
shit.
Okay, y'all believe that if you want to. Okay?
It's a gender war going on.
And you're constantly saying all men are bad, blah, blah, blah. Not that everyone in this live says that, but we hear this in this app all the time. Let me just say this. This is my big concern why I come on these panels and why I say this. Many of you have Black sons.
Yes, sir.
And you're constantly pushing this rhetoric that men are bad. You guys are destroying the confidence in your child. That's what you're hearing, sir. You're taking this hatred in your heart, and you're raising a Black son, and you're talking about how all men are bad. How that little boy is born inherently bad just because he's
taking that personal, y'all.
I'm telling
y'all, he's taking that personal.
You are programming that boy to be. He's going to be weak. He's going to be confused. He's not going to be sure what masculinity is. He will be sure what femininity is. He won't even understand himself, and you will take his confidence away from him. And you will have raised the next generation of Pookie and Ray Ray that we're talking about constantly.
Pookie and Ray Ray was raised
attacking ourselves over and over again. But this rhetoric that y'all are pushing is so harmful for our sons. He sound like he about to cry. There is no way in hell.
He sound like he about to cry, y'all.
Speak to my son.
Don't cry, baby. Don't cry. Okay, don't cry.
Don't cry.
Because I'm gonna let
by all means respond back to you. But first, let me get American in because she just came up. You see,
we ear hustling on these streets, y'all. This is episode 7. Leave Black women alone. We just ear hustling. I want y'all to hear what I be hearing. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to think it's just me. You know, I want y'all to hear we're having serious conversations. There's a gender war out here. Did you not know? Okay. All right. There is a gender war, right? Okay. Yes, boys. You know what? I agree. Boys do need fathers, right? Boys do need fathers. As they get ready to get some more people up on their panel, I want you to listen to these panels because this is something that I will be hosting right over here you'll be able to come up on the panel. And you know what? I'm gonna need my moderators in the building, because just like they have on TikTok, the moderators will shut you down right on the panel, or you know, you know. We're gonna be doing gifts and all that right over here. I'm gonna bring all that to YouTube. And I want you to support me, not only me, but all of my moderators and guests that come up. You get to pay to drop folks, bring them back up. We're going to do the business, because I want to hear what you got to say. But if you're foolish and the people in the audience thinks that you're foolish and you ain't got much to say, they can pay to drop you, baby. Okay, let's continue to hear what these people are saying on the internet streets of TikTok. All right, let's go.
Preaches on the internet that women are their property, that women are too stupid to make decisions for themselves, and that's the reason why they need a man to lead her. Like, I literally heard men say, if you leave a woman to her own devices, she will fail. They think women are children. They don't think women are adults enough to make their own decisions, and they need a man to tell her whether to go left or right. They use the Bible to manipulate, shame, and guilt women into submission. This is what these men are doing. This is what they're preaching. And let
me say this really quick. Ladies, pay attention. Let me blow a horn. Wake up. Wake up. I want you all to know, do not be fooled by that word submission. The word submission used in the Bible is for a wife unto her husband. So if you're out here dating, doing what you do, fornicating, you can go to hell for that. But anyway, you doing your business. You gonna talk to the Most High at the end of your cycle on this green earth. Okay, but if you are not married, if this man has not proposed to you, has not walked you down the altar, submission is not key with this boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay? They will twist the word. I'm telling you, it's a pimp game out here, ladies. Are you hearing me? Submission is used unto a wife, unto her husband, not unto a boyfriend, not unto a sneaky link, not unto whatever else y'all call these folks out here y'all be hooking up with. The hookup culture. No. And don't let these men say, well, I need to see if you wifey material. And if you're not submitting to me if I'm your boyfriend, then you ain't wifey material. Bye. Okay, we're gonna turn into a boy band over here. Bye. Okay, submission is unto the husband. And if you're not his wife, bye. Okay, let's continue. I'm tired of hearing that. They play that. They trying to run that to the ground.
And she's talking about it, and another woman is talking.
Oh, once again, we are ear hustling on these internet streets. Let's go.
If they're even talking about their personal experience, because this is internet, they could just be talking about generalizations and not their actual personal experiences. And what we lack here, when it comes to people who may have not been in an exclusive relationship, what we lack is we lack compassion. We lack empathy. This is why I think that a lot of people shouldn't work in healthcare or with other people, because a lot of people lack empathy. We lack compassion. If we haven't walked in their shoes, we don't care what they go through, and then we have a lot of ignorant things to say. And I think personally, American, I think that you're very smart. I think you know exactly what you said. And the fact that you're saying that I don't understand why people are getting upset, I think you know exactly why people are getting upset. But you wanted to come up to tell people you didn't like that that the topic was about men being inherently abusive or controlling. So then what you did was try to deflect this abuse onto women, and then like, I don't know why people are jumping on you. When I think you know exactly why people are jumping on you, because I think that you're smarter than what you're saying that you're showing that you are to be. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I do like to call it out when I see it, because I often see this a lot with women who say harmful things and then they come back and say, I don't know why people are jumping on me. So thank you, Poetic, for actually giving me the opportunity to say what I saw on 4K, and I win.
Okay, so do you think BLK Betty is just very male centered? Let's just get a short response for that. You think that she's very male centered, that type of woman?
To me, or
Betty, are you there?
I think she meant to say American. She didn't mean to say BLK Betty. She meant American.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. So I'm saying, BLK Betty, I want you to answer the question. Do you believe American is male centered?
We're waiting for a response,
I've only had 2
y'all.
interactions with her, and I have no idea. I can't really. I haven't had enough interactions to figure out what her aim is yet. The only time I've seen her is, I think, maybe here. So I don't know yet. I'm still.
no business with this. You can't figure it out because, you know, I'm very unbiased.
Okay.
So you can't figure it out.
Until they get back into the conversation, they're doing some maintenance, some housekeeping, you know, a little fallout. People come on the panel. But it's gonna happen over here too. I already know, because I'm not just gonna be inviting up yes men. I don't want nobody just to agree with my thoughts and how I feel. I want to hear what your thoughts are, what your ideals are regarding these gender wars, right? So it's gonna be heated over here, but let me tell you something. It's gonna be under control. It's gonna be in order, okay? So one thing I had wrote down earlier today before I even went live. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm doing multiple things over here, y'all. Trying to do my nails and talk to you all. So, okay. I was going to do a separate live stream regarding this, but I think they brought it up regarding the crisis of the single mother. The crisis, okay, of the single mother. And I was on early this morning, because you know I gotta peruse the internet early in the morning, crack of dawn, and before I get up out of here. And they were having this discussion about how and why is it that this term single mother homes is in effect. You know, the topic that, hello, some of y'all gonna be pissed off when I say this. I know you're gonna be mad. Buckle up and hold on tight. That Kevin Samuels brought to the forefront about these single fatherless homes, right? These single mother homes. And there was a lady, I believe she was a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and she came on the panel. And man, it make me not open my eyes, because I always wondered, and I always spoke on the fact of why would these men be upset? Because the majority of the ones that are speaking now, the majority of the men that are grown now, were most likely raised in these so-called single mother homes, right? And they're turning on their own Black mothers that raised them in these single mother homes. And if you don't know what I mean, you know, Papa was a Rolling Stone. He left the children. He said, who, you pregnant by who? When the mother, you know, the girlfriend told him, I'm pregnant. Who? And he turned into an owl. You know what I'm saying? He turned into a smooth owl. Who? You pregnant by who? You, Negro, you. No, you been messing around with somebody else, knowing he done got her whole virginity. You know what I'm saying? So these men are now grown, right? They ate on, you know, their mama fried them up some noodles, you know, if it was hard times, or not fried them up. Well, some of y'all fried them noodles, but you know, some ramen noodles when it was hard times, and when them stamps came in, baby, it was a feast. You know what I'm saying? They done went and got some chicken, some collard greens, you know, some cornbread. They ate good. They ate well, okay, in these single mother homes. That Kevin Samuels poisoned the mind of these men because these was the men that was raised in these single mother homes. And so the psychologist was on, and she said, why are y'all victim blaming? I said, woo, woo. She said, you're victim blaming. How can you, fellas, now that you're raised, you're grown, all healthy and strong, men now, with arrested development, but men. How are you victimizing the one that took care of you? Ooh, wait a minute, pump your brakes. Come on, let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. She said, how are you men victimizing, trying to shame the woman, your mother, who is left with a child, which was you? Now you're mad at the one who took care of you instead of the one that abandoned you? Okay? That is some form of psychosis. That's what she said. I was like, you know what? To show you right. Show you right. Yes, I agree. Give her a hand clap. I agree. There has to be some form of psychosis to be raised, get food on the table, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Making a way out of nothing. Watching the asphalt grow. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all been good times, sucking in a job in good times. You know what I'm saying? Easy credit reports, good times. Ain't we lucky we got them? But y'all ain't had no fathers. Good time. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all was in the concrete jungle. Okay? The doggone science project known as the projects, for real. And the woman that found these low-income housing, applied for these low-income housing to get you into something over your head, and then go down to the welfare office. They would call the welfare office back in the day. Go down to the welfare office, get on welfare, and the government, because y'all act like some of y'all, these men, I'm telling you, they delusional. They act like they have a mind construct as if they was middle class, all of them, but half of them came from the ghetto. Okay? Half of them came from the ghetto. But they have a mind construct as if their parents was married, right? Now, this is the majority, and there's a minority. And I'm not talking about the minority of Black folks. Okay, I'm talking about the majority, the ones that's on this, that has ignited this gender war. Y'all folks. I'm talking about y'all. Because some of y'all don't even know that other people was raised differently besides the ghetto. Okay, so if you got that ghetto mind frame, listen up. Listen up. Right? Your mama, she Brenda. Brenda ain't but 14, 15 years old and had a baby. Right? Yeah. What? Yes. Oh, now it's called the Department of Human Services. Just to show you right. Let me get that up there. Now it's called the Department of Human Services, y'all. Back in the day, it was called a welfare office. I'm old school. Keep me on point, Kim. Keep me on point. Check me, sister. Okay, it's called the Department of Human Services now. Okay? These women ran down. Some of them got put out because they thought they was a teenage love. LL had everybody confused, looking for a teenage love. When them little boys were just looking to get their talent right there because they heard about a Bob or Johnny or whoever, Jerome down the street. He said it was warm. So everybody, they trying to go see what it's about. and messed around and didn't go to biology class and find out about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. Okay, this ain't no game out here. We making babies out here. That's what that thing was for. Okay. So she done got put out, or she done told you done said she a hoe now. You was getting all the goodies. You probably would have kept getting all the goodies. All the cookies, pies, and cakes. You know what I'm saying? But when she told you she was pregnant, she was a hoe now. You who else you sleeping with? No, that ain't my baby. You bounce. Yeah, you bounce. Talking about them Rolling Stone daddies you had. They bounce. So this psychologist, so whatever her title was, she was talking. She was saying that, yeah, they bounced. But your mama, 13, 14, 15 years old, because it was an epidemic. I mean, it was an epidemic of teenage pregnancies. Yes, it was. I remember clear as day. And now it don't seem like an epidemic because now it's normalized, right? She done ran down to the human, I can't, let me bring this down so I can see it on my side. Oh, hold on, y'all. She done ran down to the welfare office, the Department of Human Services. Y'all delusional young brothers act like y'all was middle class and that y'all mamas was married. No, when y'all mama, who was a young little sister living in the ghettos of America, when she took her behind down to that doggone welfare office, they said, yeah, we'll help you get some stamps. We'll feed your children. Yeah, what's your daddy's name? What's the baby's daddy's name? Do you know anything about the baby daddy? I need these damn stamps. Have you ever heard a baby cry at night? Have you ever heard a baby cry when they hungry? Huh? Fellas? No, probably hell to the no. Because you wasn't there. You wasn't there to go damn near pull all your hair strings out your head from the baby crying because it was hungry. You wasn't there. Huh? You ain't heard them babies cry of hunger. No, you ain't heard it. So she done ran her behind down to the welfare office, the Department of Human Services. Yeah, the government. Like, yeah, y'all like to throw that up in her face too, right? The government. Y'all forgetting some steps because you act like your mama and your daddy was married when they got the bambino in the oven. No, they was teenage love in the ghettos of America. Because that's where half of y'all mind frames are. Is this in the ghettos of America? And y'all fantasizing as if your parents was married. Because you're mad at the one who took care of you, who ran her young behind down to the Department of Human Services, aka the welfare office. Them white folk ass, aka the government. These jokes. You know what I'm saying? Lord have her. No, them white folks ass. What's your dad? Do you know who the baby daddy is? You got the name, something? Oh, yeah. His name is Jeffrey. He live on 34th and Avenue. I don't know no streets, y'all. Okay? I'm just, if I was a city slicker. Okay. 34th and okay. What's his last name? Okay. We're going to go ahead and give you these food stamps. Go ahead, take care of your baby. You got somewhere to stay, young lady? No, I ain't got nowhere to stay out. My mama put me out, and well, go ahead, put your name on this list. We call this the housing authorities. We call this is called Section 8. This is what this called. Go ahead, put your name on this list. And now when you get the name on this list, it's got to be you and the baby because we here to support you. Oh, you are? I'm just 14. I don't have the mind of a woman. But in 2025, these men are mad at little girls with little girls' minds, right? Trying to make it a way out of nothing, watching the asphalt grow, But it's a gender war out in these streets. Because these little girls down at the office were grown-ass people manipulating the minds of the naive. We're going to put you in this house. Go ahead. Now, it might be open next year or a couple months, but go ahead and sign up for this housing. And we're going to put your baby and you in this housing, and you're going to get some food stamps. But now, we also going to be looking for them, too, because if we find them, do you got a social security number? You got any kind of identification on this young fella that got you knocked up? Well, I think I believe I got some paper. I went and yeah, I do. We went to sign up for driver's ed, and I believe I got his social. Girl, now come on, get that paperwork and bring it back down to the office, okay? Because we gonna find him, we gonna track him down. Because we're gonna give you not only some food stamps, we're gonna give you a little money. That's right, sister. We're gonna take care of you. We here for you. We are the government. Don't you see my red cape flying behind me? I am here to save the day. Okay, so go to the house, fill out all this paperwork about the house, and we call it Section 8 rentals assistance, yada yada yada. And then go ahead, make sure you find that little paperwork about that Social Security, about that man you said that knocked you up. Bring that on back down to the office. We need all the paperwork we can, because we're gonna give you some money too. Every month we're gonna give you a little check, a subsidy. We're gonna give you some housing. But come back there. We're gonna explain all that when you get back down to the office with the rest of your paperwork. Oh, okay. She's skipping her little happy ass because now she got somewhere to go. She ain't got to hear that baby hooping and hollering because she ain't got no money, no job, and half the time, no damn education. That's right, education. She out and she flopping and flipping with like the leaf in the wind, blowing this away and that away. She done took her tail back. She done raced back. Couldn't wait to get back down to the Department of Human Services, aka the Welfare Office. She need help. The little boy who she been messing around with since they met. And when she told him she was pregnant, he done called her a hoe. She's sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry now. Because she's pregnant now. That's their way out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow along now. We victim blaming here now. This is what this woman had pointed out this morning, a psychologist. And I was like, well, yeah, I've been saying along the same things, same line. So the young girl goes back down. She takes all the paperwork. They done put her in the housing. They say, okay, we're going to come in and inspect these housings. And no males can be here. This is for you and the baby. We're trying to help you get onto your feet. No men can be here. Okay. And once we track down, because you did bring us his social, we got a little information. We're going to start this child support paperwork on him. And but don't worry about it, because we're going to give you this money. But when we find him, he'll be summoned to court, and he'll be the judge will give him how much he will have to pay if we find him, But we're gonna give you this money. But this is a little twist. If we don't never find him and you get this money, and we find him when your baby's 10, 11 years old, we've already given you 10, 11 years worth of money besides the food stamps. So, we're going to consider that as an arrears. And these arrears, we'll get that money. That'll be paid back to the state. Back to the state. Yes, honey. And but once he pays everything that we've already paid you, this is a fucking loan. This is a damn loan. What 14, 15, even a 20-year-old have y'all niggas want these young women so you can use up their credit? So what the government was doing to them was even worse. And y'all victim blaming out this mother sucker. Y'all victim blaming out this mother. This was a damn loan. This 14, 13, 15, 20-year-old, 19-year-old, 21, 25, didn't know what the hell was going on. All she knew was my baby ain't hollering and screaming because his tummy in a damn knot from being hungry, cold outside. This a damn loan. So the government says, yeah. So we got the information. We done went to court. So the child support paperworks are in, but we haven't found him. But we're gonna send this out through all the states, and he won't be able to work or anything until he comes to see about us and our money. You know what I'm saying? But how your baby doing? She okay? Oh, that's good. That's good. But once he pays the arrears that he hasn't been paying because he's been on the run, right? But once he pays up what he owes us, the state, because we giving you that extra money on top of them food stamps, them SNAP benefits, then you'll get the child support. Okay? Yeah, this young sister ain't no, she knows she was coming and go or going. Yeah. Oh, okay. But let me tell you how delusional these men are nowadays. The ones that are coming up, they swear that their mama and daddy was married. This is what they have in their mind because they didn't understand the system, right? They got hoodwinked. They got bamboozled. I love to say it because it's so true. The black woman put the black man on child support. No, the system put you on child support, sir. You wasn't married. Like, y'all didn't go to divorce court. Now, this is the general. I'm talking in general now, okay? Like they likes to talk. They wasn't married. This wasn't no divorce court. This wasn't a decision by the divorce a judge. This was a decision by the state. These men out here fooling other men, making them think, oh, your mom put you out, put the man out the house because she got free housing from the government, and she put the black man out the house and took the government. Man, y'all need to go have several seats because you've been lying, and you've been lying to other men because that ain't how it went down. I'm talking about the majority, not the minority, not the ones that literally were married and had a divorce settlement that included child support, alimony, whatever. I'm talking about the ones who ran from their children. And the ones who ran from their children, which caused the woman, the black woman, to have to run to the government. And now you hear all these men lying, bold-faced lying, talking about how the black woman put the black man out the house, how the black woman took the money from the government, how the black woman destroyed the black man. Victim blaming is what this woman said. She said, well, isn't that interesting? How they are blaming their mothers, the very ones who raised them into adults, to find themselves on podcasts and platforms, hand clapping and hurrahing and hurrahing to destroy the very one who kept you fed. Whatever she could from them food stamps, kept that roof over your head, even though it was in a concrete jungle. That's right. That's right. Even though she the one went down and applied for that housing. She did that. The one you now are destroying with your very words. Proclaiming that she ran the black man away. Can we get some receipts on what the black man did for his children? Did he go to the government? Did he look for a way out of no way? Something is not right. Victim blaming. So the lady came up with a new term. She said, y'all need to stop saying, these single mother homes. Because that's what they like to say. They got that from Kevin Samuels about the single mother homes, about how these black women did all this when the black women was actually the ones that stood in the gap, the ones that, raised the children, nursed the children. They was the nurse, the doctor, the homemaker. They was the ones who, stayed up late at night. At time had to walk the kids to school because they ain't had no car. Damn. But we are victim blaming. That's like the rapist saying to the woman who got raped, or the police, my bad, what did you have on? Mm-hmm. What did you have on? Why did you get raped? That's like the detectives asking the victim, what did you do? You had to do something wrong. That's how we've been doing, and that's how we've been treating the black woman who was there, who fed your black ass, who cared for your black ass. What's good, Selena? Selena, how are you doing this evening? Who raised your ass, whether it be in the hood, whether it be in a little shack, whatever she could. She was there. Who heard your cries at night? Who bathed you? Who disciplined you? The black mother. It's twisted. It's sick. It's almost psychopathic. We have blamed the black mother who has stood there and held down the house. Yes. You talking to Martin? I'm doing well. I don't know if you're talking to Martin, Selena. Yeah, held it down. How do you blame someone who that does not seem like that's what's the word? Ungrateful. Ungrateful. You know how it feels to do something for somebody who's ungrateful? It's a sickening feeling. It's a sickening feeling to do something or offer help to somebody who's ungrateful. You black men out here on panels continuing to stir up this gender war are ungrateful. Ungrateful to the women who helped you sustain life. Okay, that's what's up. To the women who help you sustain life. Because if that black mother was not there, whether it was good or bad, whether you had a little or a lot of food, or raggedy clothes, or brand new, or a mixture of both, she still was the one who was there. Comprende? You have flipped the script. You are like Satan, the father of lies. You have blamed the one who has stood in the gap, the black woman. You have called her the single mother home instead of saying, we need to give these women their flowers. Because if not, we give them now. Do we wait till all these gender wars are gone and then we decide, oh, you know what? If she would have walked away, we would have been in the streets like Oliver Twist. Madame, do you have porridge for a youngster? Madame, do you have a porridge for a youngster? I am an orphan. I am an orphan child. No, you didn't have that. You had what you want to make derogatory: single mother homes, because they raise black children, these black mothers. And so we continue to blame the black woman. We are victim blaming because she has turned into a victim, you know? So this psychologist, whatever her title is, psychologist, whatever, she said, no, we're going to start calling these homes fatherless homes. Yeah, fatherless homes. Because the true warriors of those times past were the women. Although that the black men continue to go out and make more single mother homes, as they call it, but now in 2025, we are now calling them fatherless homes, abandoned fatherless homes. They were abandoned by their fathers. So we will now call them abandoned fatherless homes, because the true warriors, the true soldiers, the true ride or dies, like it always is, it's the women standing in the gap, making them beans and rice. Dun, 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 dun. What we having tonight? Beans and rice. Dun, 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 dun. I like some beans and rice, my damn self, you know. Some butter beans, butter bean Jones, you know. She got a thing. Y'all know nothing about that. Yeah. Them black women knew how to put a meal together. We're gonna have some beans and rice, some cornbread. Some nights you ain't had a lick of meat on your plate. We gonna stop abusing mentally. It's like, trying to put that in our psyche of black women, when we've been holding it down since Plymouth Rock landed on us. We've been holding it down. When we got into these doggone slave camps and our natural born children was snatched away from us, our tribes were mixed and mingled. We didn't know what the hell you were saying from what I was saying. But guess what? Soon as they put us in those cabins, they say, bring that wench out here. I done went and bought this baby from down yonder, down by Mississippi. Bring that wench out here. Here, girl. Take this baby and go do something with it. Go give some of that milk in your breast. She looked down at that little baby. She ain't know that baby from Adam. She took that baby smooth on into that cabin, nursed that baby, fed that baby. She been holding it down since slavery. You men have the nerve, the gall, the mitigated gall, to try to talk about single mother homes. She been mothering y'all asses from the gate. Why you think you call your cousin ain't been your cousin? That Billy Bob and them ain't your damn cousin. No, they ain't your brother. They your cousins. Y'all know how black people do. Cousins become brothers because they family can't take care of them, so they come live with you. And guess who taking care of them? The black woman. She taking care of nephews and nieces. Whole house full of children. They all different families, different levels of families, different titles of families. She's been doing that since slavery. Y'all want to try to victim blame us? Go have several seats. We're going to have to talk about these abandoned fatherless homes. We flipping the damn script. If you don't want us, leave Black women alone. Because we have been the backbone. And we not standing for no lies on our names no more. Okay? We're going to talk about these abandoned fatherless homes. Because you ask some folks, they happy to tell you, yeah, them doggone black-eyed peas and rice, you know, and cornbread, shoe. They would rather be happy to have that than nothing at all. We're going to ear hustle tonight. We're going to tap in, see what these folks talking about over here. They talking about the Black man uses the internet for instant education. You know, passing on the lies.
You did so, whether that be insurance or you had to re-earn the money to replace those things. But this is one of the things, and I don't mean the brother any ill will. I know he meant good with his comments, but again, I agree. Do not give us the grace to call us kings. We are not kings. Kings have kingdoms that they rule over. I am not a king by birth because I wasn't a prince. So I didn't descend to the throne of king because there certainly was no king before me. So in order for me to be born as one, there had to be one before me. So that clearly did not exist. So just stop giving us grace, sisters. I would proceed with caution as it relates to any brother. Yes, be cautious of me. Be cautious of brothers like me. As a matter of fact, you should be extra cautious of brothers just like me. Allow my behavior to dictate how you view me. Don't allow these words.
I know that's
and
right.
The fact that you tap the screen a few times to donate some coins to me, that means that I'm a good man. Don't call me something you have never witnessed yourself.
Ooh, speak, brother. Okay,
don't describe me as something you have never witnessed or have not seen other sisters bear
turn
out.
this down, because we have all fallen for the smooth lies. Okay, let me say that one more time. We have all fallen, ladies, for the smooth lies. When they sit here and tell you, ladies, you need to choose better. You thought you chose better. Ladies don't just always, you know, maybe nowadays it might be a little different, but when you was a teenage love, you thought you chose better. But you fell for those smooth lies. And then you woke up to something totally different. Nightmare of the night. Nightmare. Smooth lies. Smooth lies. This man said, don't just listen to the words that's coming out my mouth. We need to see some proof. You know, you got to put some time in. The mask, the folks hold their mask on their face for a long, long time, sisters. Let's listen in. Ear Hustling, episode 7. Let's go.
With these types of Black men, and you know what types of Black men that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones with these red pill rhetorics, the manosphere, the ones that think that we are too stupid to make our own decisions, that we are we are property of the Black man. I'm sorry, of the BLK man. We do not want to be. You say these ignorant things about us, and then you expect us to run to you with open arms and wanting to be in community with you. And you wonder why so many of us are quote unquote skip bees, because we don't like you or anything that you have to say. So if you will continue down this road of being a POS, especially with the rhetoric on this app, you're going to continue to see more BLK women like the ones you want to be in community with, saying that we don't want to be in community with you any longer. So keep it up.
Wow, another groundbreaking message from BLK Betty. Gerald, can you come up? I'm gonna be with you in a moment. I just want to address something really quick for those who frequent my lives. I want to give this disclaimer. I I see it's happening way too often while I'm trying to grow my platform. I appreciate all my mods. I appreciate all my supporters. But it's been way too many times where supporters and mods are getting into it with each other. And I'm actually tired of having to get in between it. Let's be respectable to the mods. If you do not like a mod for a certain reason, do not come at them for enforcing the rules, because remember, they're enforcing the rules for me. And some of my supporters that I know F with me, they support the live, and they're here supporting my show. Some of the mods, I guess they just don't like, right? And that's fine. You don't have to like them, but just respect that they're enforcing my rules. So be respectable to the mods.
Good message. I hope y'all heard that message. I dittoed that message. Okay, respect the mods in the chat. Go ahead in the chat. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We are going to continue ear hustling.
Them disrespectful. That's what happened today. A mod enforced a rule, then that supporter got rude with the mod, and then the mod got rude with her, and then she dragged me and said, well, Poetic, you need to get these mods. Well, you were the one being disrespectful to her in the first place. So just be respectable to the mods. I know I allow people to stand on business, but regardless, what I'm starting to see now is that people are just coming for the mods for little minute reasons. Oh, you muted me. Oh, like, just, I'm speaking in general. I'm talking about something that happened earlier, but I'm really speaking in general. Don't come for the mods unless you're ready for them to come at you.
That's right.
And don't drag me in between it later. Now, if a mod is doing something to you that you want me to address, and you're in this live right now, I can see every viewer, make sure you inbox me about it. But if you sit there and argue with them and then try to put me on the spot to take your side, that's causing discord and division.
Okay.
And it's even worse when it's other BOK women doing that.
Come on, sister.
All you need to do is inbox me, and we'll talk about it at a separate time if the mod does anything to you disrespectful. But if you disrespect them, don't get mad when they disrespect you and expect me to take sides.
Come on, sister. This is a young sister putting down the law. Y'all hear that? Ditto over here. Don't disrespect my mods. If you got something, because I'm telling you, we're going to be going live. It's going to be panels over here, and my mod's going to keep you in check. And if you disrespect them, it's going to be a problem if you don't bring it to me, in the comments. Side note, YouTube has another feature where we can talk and express ourselves more about. I just saw that come out today. So there's more ways for us to communicate through via YouTube. So if you don't come to me about any disgruntled feelings between the mods or something, I'm not taking your side. I'm taking the mods side because they're mods for a reason, okay? And we're gonna be doing things. I'm gonna bring what TikTok is doing over TikToking. Okay, we want to gift the mods. We want to support my mods. We not only support me on this platform, but it's going down over here, 2025 on and beyond. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. We're ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen.
For coming. Now I have to let you guys go and see other creators. Check me out. I definitely should be back live tomorrow afternoon or towards the evening.
She's getting off. Let's continue to go down the YouTube. Oh no, we on the TikTok streets. Let's continue to roll down the street. We're ear hustling in these gender wars. Okay, all right. I don't see a prompt up here, topic of discussion, but I believe this is one of gender wars. But this is a male speaking. And Big Rick, the ruler. Oh, mercy. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm telling you.
The right got to make your doctor's appointment because you ain't clever enough to go around and call and make your own goddamn appointment. You ain't gonna talk about what a woman should do or what a woman should be. See, I thought you learned how to fill out an application, motherfucker. Do some credit.
No, and for real, if you really want to tell the truth, because women, please say it. Half of the time, y'all be thinking y'all be knowing what y'all doing down in the bedroom and they ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Ooh, speak on it, sister.
That's why I don't understand how a woman can fall for a man just for sex. Because sex is only as good as you make it.
Ooh,
No. One thing for certain, two things for sure. When you disturb that woman little feet, that's sex from on like.
It ain't nothing.
I'm gonna say that. I know I keep saying I'm gonna say this when I'm gone.
Oh, everybody getting off early tonight. Dang.
Y'all will put a woman in a situation where she isolates herself from you and don't want you to touch her, right? And then the first thing you niggas do? Oh, you must got somebody else.
Right.
You so fucking stupid. If she's not giving you none, the man that she got a child with, got a business with, got a status out. If she not, you think she gonna go to work and give a nigga that she don't know from a can of paint some ass? Y'all mind so smart. When she don't want you to touch her, the last thing she looking for is another nigga. Y'all gotta do better, man. I need y'all to wake you up and get y'all shit together, man. Y'all need to listen and don't stop being mad at me and start inboxing me. I'll give y'all my number, man. We can chop it up and I can got them use some tools. We can sharpen your motherfucking tools. Don't get mad at me because I understand how this shit works. I know that now I don't master all the keeping my woman. I didn't just get my woman. See, y'all must only give a woman. I don't master all the give them and keep them. Once you get that's the real place. Anybody go get a woman, but can you keep a motherfucking woman?
Rick, you need to put it in your inbox you thing ready to change. Don't waste your time. Don't inbox your thing.
They're gonna be cussed out anyway. They gonna waste my time.
Can I say this too, Rick?
Stop
creating. I want men to stop creating bitter ass women and getting mad because she ain't the woman that he first met. He the reason why she fucked up in the first place.
Oh shit!
Snap, crackle,
That's
pop.
all I'm saying.
Real shit.
When you get a good woman and you take advantage of that woman, and she gets to the point that she don't want to fucking deal with you no more.
She out.
Ain't her fault.
It ain't my fault.
But that goes both ways.
It ain't my fault.
Build the man up as well. And then once you build him up, you said it best. Once you build him up and then he's gone, but you helped him get to where he was going.
Mm-hmm.
He came with nothing.
Came with nothing.
Right. He came with absolutely.
We're gonna talk about the sandbox, y'all.
You're just a good person. You're a good woman with a good heart. So who you is, that don't make you look bad. That make that nigga look bad. You know, a woman that's helping a man that took the time to let her guard down, allow you in her space so she can, go through life and help you navigate life and get through some of the shit that you went through because you see something in you that you don't see in yourself. That ain't bad for the woman.
No, that part is true. But what I'm saying, it's a lot of women now that are absolutely doing everything. They're not working together as a team.
Exactly.
She's doing everything for the team.
I feel that.
Some people are either a reason or for a season.
That's it.
Real talk. And like I said, like I always say, don't conform into what get a nigga to get you to transfer into what he wants you to be. Be who God made you to be. Stand on your motherfucking square. Say what you gonna say. Open your mouth when you got something to say. You should never be with a man that try to put you in a box to be what he wants you to be. Because at the end of the day, when you become what that nigga wants you to be, which is to shut the fuck up, lay on your back when he say lay on your back, go in the kitchen and cook, and take care of them goddamn kids and clean that house. That's what they call a good wife. Nah, they want somebody they control. They want to roll back in the maid. Don't never be that fuck up because you're going to become really little motherfucker in that situation. If he's not allowing you to be who you are authentically and loving you based on who God made you to be, based on what you done been through and your experiences in life, that's not a man about. That man don't give a fuck about you because he's not going to get you to transform. He's going to love you and meet you right where the fuck you at with everything that you come with. And we're going to navigate this shit called life together until it makes sense for the both of us. We're going to do things.
That's right for the both.
Yeah, it ain't just about me. It ain't just about me, man. What's up?
Rick, it's time for you to go because I don't want you to blame us for going to get something to eat if you got bad gas. That Victoria kick your ass out the damn bed.
Oh, no. She came down one ago until we let the dog. Nah, she good. I can do it. One thing about it, before I get on TikTok, I'm already making sure my wife could.
I said you.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Look, she already cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and eat.
Well, go on and go eat then. We always catching up with you. You are number one.
I appreciate y'all too, man. Thank y'all so much for the support, man. The people that come up on the channel, man, with y'all different opinions, reviews. Y'all be goddamn give me something. Different perspective on life. Now, I'm open to listen to y'all too. Like I said,
somebody say Rick for president.
I'm listen to y'all. Like I said, they can say what they want to say, pander and whatever. They say, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. At the end of the day, God sit high and he look low. So if I'm a man that's deceiving women, using them for their pain, they talking about that, God gonna be with me. And one thing about it, you don't be this blessed being type man that y'all say I am. God don't bless no mess. A man who come on here misleading, I will give my life to reflect the whole.
Okay, he giving his sentiments. He getting ready to exit the building. We ear hustling tonight. This is episode 7. Sometimes we will do this every now and again, just so y'all can stay in touch with what I'm staying in touch with and what's going on these internet streets regarding these gender wars, regarding leave black women alone. If you tired of us, you done, you done, son. You want to keep up the rhetoric of the red pill community, do you. But I am here to promote healthy relationships, okay? And I'm gonna make it do what it do. This is a series that I have started. We're gonna make it rock out until the wheels fall off, okay? And every now and again, like I said, we're gonna be going down these internet streets, just tapping into people's live streams, hearing what they have to say, what their prompts are, okay? Let me see what this is saying. Their prompt, move, ladies, so I can read this prompt. She in the way. I don't know if we're gonna go into this one. It was talking about why do men use their children. No, we want to hear what's going on these internet street regarding the black community and relationships, basically. Let's see. The black community is getting caught up in a alt-right pipeline by spreading disinformation and represent blah, blah, blah. I think that's probably nope, that's not our conversation tonight. That is not our conversation tonight. Let's see. Here we have one. Men always say they want a woman who brings them peace. Ooh, this might be interesting. But how are you asking for peace when you're out here destroying your own life? You're out here destroying your own with lies and deceit. Ooh, truth is, you'd be shocked what women would agree to if you were honest. Honesty, baby boys, if you were honest. But you'll never know because you rather lie. Ooh, we gonna get into this one. We ear hustling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I don't want it. If I do, I do. A lot of women nowadays, hell, a lot of brothers starting to complain because all they want is
Let me turn this down real quick. This live stream we just tapped into is called Mr. Humble.
That's what I'm talking about. The women that don't want a relationship, some people have a problem with. That's the stereotype. There are a lot of women don't want a relationship, don't want to be bogged down, they want to be out there footloose and fancy free, just like men. You know what I mean? But my point
don't want a relationship, but they talk about us like
you need to be honest about where you're going in your life. Because what are you doing? What is your function? Are you just here to work and hit the club and get in the bed? And then, it's so much junk that's out here. And then what happens? All these babies come along.
Hello.
That people are not willing to be responsible for, or not
and they don't even
have families. And they don't So that's on sisters. The woman has the power in this situation. Because if we don't want it, we have that right. If we do want it, we have that right. It's our decision. Men have to go with whatever the decision is. And that is my thing. A woman deep
not
down,
no more, sister.
If
Trump said that's illegal.
You correct, and if he cares about you and wants to spend time with you, okay. And if you know that's not the case, what you getting mad at him for? If he don't want nothing, what you getting mad for? Because you got the decision. You have the ability to make the decision to say no. You ain't coming to me correct. And a
Right.
real man,
Come on.
is going to be about his business
Come on.
and be more about getting in your drawers if he a real man. If he's about something, whatever he's about and how he feels is important is what he's going to show to the woman. Then once you see what he's showing you, then you can accept it or reject it. That's why I don't understand all these games people playing. You know, a woman, you know what time it is.
For saying what you said, because I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Girl, it's like, girl, bye. All these women with girl, I can't believe he. Yes, the hell you can believe it. Because you know within 10 minutes of the conversation what direction of your brother is going.
No, I'm not gonna hold you though. I literally.
It a little longer than 10 minutes.
Well, it don't take long because you can tell what kind of things get dropped.
The funny thing is, nobody wants to listen.
Too. People are
Nobody wants to listen to what she's saying, but she's old school, and I agree with her. I agree with her 100%. Girl,
Yes. I'm 63 years old.
you got a choice. You got a
I've been
choice.
in there.
So stop acting like you some victim.
Like you don't.
You didn't mean to. You didn't mean to get with this person. You didn't mean to do all this. You didn't mean to do all that. Come on now.
Yes, you did.
You got a choice.
Like I said, when I was saying 10 minutes, you know whether brother run a game or not. It don't take long. You know what women do? What women do, they say, damn, he fine.
The stimulated right. Turned on.
Bullshit he gonna say,
First.
and I'm gonna go with it.
Raise your girls better. Raise your girls
Either
better.
stimulating or it's a turn off. Right.
Exactly.
Raise your girls better.
Mm-hmm.
And you already know. You know.
Let me tell you something about this sister here. You got to stimulate my mind. Don't run. You can't. I am a super sexual, and I think that's how you say it. You got to stimulate my mind, and I suggest all women, you know, get in tune with the man's mind first. You got to see how he thinking. Okay, because let me tell you something. Half the men, ladies, you should know by now. Okay, listen to your godmother. I'm speaking, baby. When a man come running up on you talking about what he can do in the bedroom, look at him like he's straight crazy. That one, he keep it pushing, baby, because baby, they probably ain't. Oh Lord, have mercy. They probably ain't working with nothing, and you be sick with it. Okay, you will be sick with it. Get your mind stimulated first, ladies, before you get your genitalia stimulated. Let's go. We ear hustling. This is episode 7. We are ear hustling, and you know, this series is called "Leave Black Women Alone." Let's go.
You know, general, where they'll be in a relationship 6, 7, 8 years, they ain't got no commitment, they not married, and then now all of a sudden you know wind up with
Keep on going, having children. You keep on going, having children, knowing damn well you ain't happy.
Right.
Really, obviously,
Women.
there's a lack of accountability and enablement of delusion at that point.
Okay, stop blaming men. Okay, at some point, a woman needs to go. Okay, I'm not happy. I'm gonna move on with my life. I gotta move on with my life and be something better. But yet, you still say.
Because we have to understand, women deserve happiness too. Come on, y'all.
Which is exactly right.
Damn, y'all act like women damn robots. What y'all want? Y'all want them? What was that?
Yes, ma'am,
Hold on for a minute. What was that town where all the Stanford wives? Y'all remember that? Y'all probably too young for that movie. Y'all look it up. Google it. The Stanford wives. What y'all want? Robots? Robot women all look the same. They all 5'5" with brown eyes. You know what I'm saying? They all got the perfect shape. They all cook cookies and brownies. You know, you come home, they rubbing the stinky toes, you know, before you can get your ass in the bath. I mean, what you want? Stanford wives? Do you want a variety? Do you want a variety? I'm trying to tell you a variety of, you know, what was that movie with the chocolates in the box? You never know what you're getting. Okay? You never know what you're getting when you get them little chocolates in the Valentine's box. Man, why do people keep asking me up? I did not ask to come up. I'm just peeping out your live, Mr. Humble. I just got invited up. Should I go up onto his live stream and talk about it, y'all? Hit me with a 9 if I should go on this live stream. We are ear hustling. I just got invited up to Mr. Humble's live. I got 99 seconds to make a decision. Y'all, if I should go up on the live, put a number 9 in the chat. Let's go. We're ear hustling.
No shit, right.
I got 84 seconds. He want me up on the panel, y'all. Put a 9 in the chat if I should go up on this panel.
So my question is this: would you, what the women? Would you rather men come up to you and approach you and be honest with you? Are you a lady that you want him to?
I mean, why are we even talking about this gun shit?
You want him to address it?
That's a good question.
Oh no, approach me. I am so old school. Should I got 52 seconds to accept the invitation. Should I go up on the live? We ear hustling. He invited me on the live. I did not invite myself. Should I go? Y'all ain't said nothing yet. Y'all scared?
Come up to a woman, or a woman come up to a man.
Come on, stop it.
To come up to a woman, or a woman come up to a man. But y'all gotta stop, okay? Y'all gotta stop.
Stop what?
Go ahead and tell the person your intentions. You might as well be honest with them, and then because if they got their character anyway, they're gonna play with you regardless. So even if you say, "Well, I don't know how this person gonna act or how they gonna respond, so let me try to manipulate or tell me this way," then you might as well just go be yourself. Hold on, with y'all. Hold on, everybody. Man, they gotta let me get in there. That's what, Mama, what I'm asking you.
My invitation went away, y'all. My invitation went away. Y'all didn't even answer the question.
Dress it up and stretch it or manipulate it a little bit, or would you rather cut through the chase?
What's good, Rollo? Rollo in the building. We ear hustling tonight, Rollo. We hearing about these gender wars. My internet is acting sorry, so y'all forgive me. Rollo in the house. It's buffering, y'all. I should have went up on the live. I should have went. He invited me up. Y'all didn't put a 9 in the chat. Oh Lord, back and forth. Yep, you know what's up. But the internet messing up, so we can't even hear. Oh, his internet. Is y'all internet messing up? Carmen Kimmy Kim said her internet was acting crazy too.
A man come and put something on it and dress it up, or would you rather a man approach you and tell you? Or would you rather a man approach you and tell you?
And I'm sure the woman above me is going to answer the same. Like, I don't want you to come lay some shit down that's not true.
Right? Tell me the truth, baby. Shoot, I'll make it do what it do. If I'm interested, I'm interested. If I'm not, I'm not. But I ain't gonna be ugly about it. You know, I'm grown. I'm a grown ass woman. Come talk to me. Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Come talk to me. I'm old school, y'all. I cannot kick it. I cannot. Let me tell you a quick message while the doggone internet is buffering. We are ear hustling tonight, but my internet is acting jacked up, okay? I believe it is because the sun is burning up the sky. Okay? Let me turn this down. Okay, now let me say this. I want to give me some red beans and rice. I just wanted red beans and rice from Popeyes today. And a little young gent. I don't know, probably 40. He looked like he was 40, in his 40s, right? I was looking busting disgusted. I was tired. You know how when you're getting off work, you leaving the site. You know how it is, Rollo. You leaving the site, you're tired. You done woke up that morning, crack of dawn, and it's damn near night by the time you get home. You done put a full day work in. And so I'm trying to order my red. I just need beans and rice. Bum, bum, bum. You know, I'm trying to get me some red beans and rice. Call it a night. So this little youngster behind the counter, he looked like he from New Orleans. I don't know, folks from New Orleans, they just have a certain look to him. He had all the gold on the bottom grill, just gold out, right? He taking my order. Yes, I just need some red beans and rice, sir. Thank you. It was shining, y'all. It was hot. It was hot outside, so I know my forehead was shining. I ain't put no powder, no makeup on. I know I was shining. So he took my order, he put it in the bag, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I said, can I get a receipt? Because, you know, he ain't having no receipt, no nothing. He was like, oh, you can take a picture of it. I said, that's okay, because it's going to come to my phone anyway, but I just like to have a paper receipt. And he was like, oh, okay. So as I'm turning, I don't know, I felt like, y'all remember the movie Waiting to Exhale? Y'all remember that movie when Loretta Devine walked up to the guy who was moving into the neighborhood. I think he passed away. He was a tap dancer. What was his name, y'all? Put it in the chat if y'all remember his name. He was a light-skinned guy. He was a tap dancer. He played her neighbor. She sashayed and shantaed over to the moving truck, and she was like, do you know who's moving into this neighborhood? How are they? And he was like, well, I heard, you know, but it was actually him moving into the neighborhood. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm cooking some, you know, some cabbage and a little cornbread and a little pork chops if you want to come over. Y'all remember that scene? And she walks away. And as she's walking away, in her mind, she's thinking, I hope he's not looking at me. I hope he's not looking at me. I hope he's not looking at me. And she turns around, and this Negro's looking at her, right? She gives that little smile. That's what happened today, basically, right? I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So I get my little bread, beans, and rice, and I shantae right on out the door, and I turn around, and yes, Lord, he was looking at me. I just felt so embarrassed. I don't know why. Let me tell you, fellas, we still are women. I don't know what y'all be thinking. Y'all still be making us feel embarrassed with the way y'all be looking at us. I mean, looking at us, y'all know to look from the head to the toe, from the toe to the head, up and down, up and down. Let's continue to ear her. That was just a little side, conversation. But yeah, I like men to approach me. I'm old school.
You want to hear it, dressed all up, and then maybe you lying down $100.
Let me see.
No, but see, that's where he ain't been taught to how to be a man, or maybe his father wasn't in his life to teach him what being a real man is.
That's right.
A real man, you know what time it is. You know what you want to do. You don't have to go through all that. And you will meet who you need to meet, and y'all can talk and come to a mutual decision, and it's done. Two consenting adults. You don't have to play games. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to go through a whole bunch of different changes. Because that shows me then that you did not have a man in your life to teach you what being a man was. See, we can't always put it's on both of us. Men and women nowadays have no idea what that truly means.
Well, this
like I said, you're in the full of things.
I got kind of
What is your life about? What are you here for? What are you
Rollo said he can't do the back and forth, y'all.
Is everything based on how much coochie or penis you get?
Rollo said he can't do it. He can't do it.
Producing the same. It's not the same women.
We're ear hustling.
The definition of women and men and the roles that we play are so convoluted, and they're so it's a gray area that's huge. It's growing.
It is.
That's why when you had said that you can learn somebody in 10 minutes, like I ain't really agree with that, because you can't really learn nobody in no 10 minutes, because you got people out here that got real super good game, and they can disguise themselves for months.
Oh yeah.
Some people can do it for years.
Yes, sir. That's called the narcissist mask.
Brothers and sisters.
Hold on one second. G Breed and Sunshine, welcome to the panel, y'all. Can I get everybody to like the live and share the live for me? Try to share with like 5 people. G Breed, what's your opinion on what's going on right now? And then Sunshine, what's your opinion? And then we'll go back to open panel.
Yeah, I mean, it's like two-sided question. So I mean, like I think I want a woman who brings me peace. I don't want to have to argue with like the woman I want to be with.
Hello. Welcome
and have to
in.
constantly put up with some bullshit. That's not the kind of relationship I think that's going to be conducive to like both parties. But at the same time, are you saying like in terms of game, like with the lies and deceit?
Yeah, meaning that that a lot of men lie to women because they can't be honest with them. They can't tell women that, yo, listen, I'm just attracted to you. I just want to do something with you. I don't want to do that.
I think to a certain degree, women don't want to hear the truth.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that might be
like
true, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That might be true. That might be true. The brother might have said something.
But I mean,
some women want to rather hear the lie
if you're
than the
talking
truth.
about, you want to get a girl, you're gonna have to like be. I wouldn't say lie, but like you're gonna be not your usual self. You're gonna try to show her more side to you and stuff like that.
That's what you're trying to say.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but yeah.
Okay, Sunshine, and then after that, open panel. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep Kaya at the top. We're going with Sunshine, Kaya, and then open panel. Right.
You said me first or Kai? I'm sorry. Who did you say?
Kaya was here first, right? Or was it
Okay.
Sunshine?
I think so. I'm just answering the prompt.
Okay.
Kind of just got in here, but it says, men always say they want a woman who brings them peace. But how are you asking for peace when you are here destroying your own with lies and deceit? Truth is, you be shocked of okay. So you know the number because you know that. I don't know. I really don't. It's one of those like I have grown. Me in my life personally, it sounds biased, but like literally in my perception of how things are, I don't really judge things too harshly. You know, I was raised with a single mother, you know, and I think it's more like I see men and women do this. And also with the two-parent home and fathers in your life, again, it doesn't matter if it's a two-parent home, if there's a father in your life. If there was an example, I've seen it go bad both ways. That stereotype never sat with me. There's a man and man. Like I've seen all the men mistreat their women in my family, and there has to be a sense of control or manipulation in order for them to stay. But I also seen the women in my life manipulate the men in order for them to stay. Prior to that, some of the families have been raised with two parents. Some of the family has not been raised with a two-parent home. I think.
Go on, girl. Somebody turn their mic off.
And when things are not being taught properly, regardless of two-parent or one-parent, I've seen single dads in my family as well. So it's like, it's kind of
I said hello, sis.
Like,
what's up?
For me, I never really been in like love. And so every time there was somebody who came into my life, I was told not to judge, but you know, my answer was people show you who they are, believe them, right? My mom really instilled that in us. So you don't judge them, but you always watch patterns to see if you continue to be with this person or not. Mm-hmm. And that's just how I was taught by her because of how highly mistreated she was in her life. And, you know, then she kind of put that sense of fear or protection on us. So I did, you know, I was like that.
So let me ask you this. So you believe that it doesn't matter what upbringing you have, it just depends on the individual, right?
I think so. For me, for my case. Because like I said, you can have a man, you're like, you don't know how to do it. Well, I still don't know what, I don't, humans are a mess. To me, to be honest, and so may influence each other. They're so influential.
Girl, if humans are a mess, you're a whole disaster.
Like it's one of those like if you like for instance, I love this. My cousin, a perfect example. Man of God, man of his word, has a wife, has kids, has a house, yada yada yada, has a whole thing going on. Right? Come to find out, my cousin had a whole other family. And so it was one of those married to the married-in cousin that he had. So like he had a whole other family for like 5 years. He's my older cousin. He's in his 40s now. But it's like, what? Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody's seen what was happening. Everybody was like, well, did you catch the signs? Did you catch the signs? And everybody was like, no, we didn't catch the signs either. How?
Sometimes that's why I said a moment ago, you know, when somebody want to cheat, they'll go to the extreme level to cover it up.
And I think it's a lot
they'll live double lives. That's basically what
and it's like a lot, but you know, not just to say like the blame men. My aunt, it was another. I have the most earliest like experience in seeing so much. Unfortunately, at an early age, you know what I mean. Things went off, secrets went off from the ages of 7 to like 15. So I soaked all those type of experiences in to the point it put fear on me, and to the point there's again because I think what my stance now. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm irritating myself.
You good, girl. You good, girl.
I'm about to punch the wall. Oh, I hate that. But my experience, it's.
So do you think? Well, let me ask you this: do you think that if a person, because you had good experience on both sides growing up, and that was kind of a little dramatic within itself, but do you think once the cheater is always a cheater, they can't change? Did you see that part?
Oh, that's a good question.
I did. I am, unfortunately, like I said, what I grew up around. I did.
That's a good question, guys and girls. Do you think once a cheater, always a cheater? And I know some of you guys think that one can't cheat, but if you're not being honest with your spouse or your significant other, then that's considered cheating, right? And if they do it once, do you think they will always do it? Can they come and be honest with you and tell you what they really want? And you know, in this day in society that we're living in, sometimes the cheaters want all the benefits, but could they accept their spouse saying, you know what, I'm glad you came and told me, instead of keep, cheating on me. Well, you know what? I want to go out. I want to step out. Their men will go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They cannot accept that, ladies. They will go bonkers. Do you think that if the woman knows her man and says, he's not going to cheat, he might give me smooth words and say, I won't cheat. I won't, do this and that to you anymore, because he wants to keep her, because he knows she's a good woman. Oh, Lord, I done got invited up. These people keep inviting me up on their panels, y'all. I don't want to go up on there. The moderator just invited me up to this talk. I just want to sit back and listen. We're ear hustling tonight. Should I go into this talk? Put a 9 in the chat. I have 101 seconds to respond. But hey, yeah. If you be honest, would your spouse be able to accept your honesty and say, hey, you know what? Cool, but I want a lover. Man, it might be some fireworks in the city. Let's go. Let me know if I should go up on to the panel, y'all. I just got a second invite.
Again, with my experience, it's one of those, I've dealt with rejection again, and I've dealt with faces. But I think for me, it's hard. That's an open-ended, because it's so hard. Because it's like, for me, it was honest. It was like, yo, look, I got my girl right now. We going back.
Oh, the internet is just jacked up tonight.
I was like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? But when I said no, it was a sense of offense, right? He was like, well, why? I'm being honest with you. At least I'm being honest with you. And I think the misconceptions from male and females, like, just because they're honest with you, just because they're honest with you, that doesn't mean woman says, the man comes with the woman and says, this is how it is. And she goes, okay, I can deal with this. And then it's like, okay. And same thing with a man. So to be honest, I don't think I know how to properly answer that.
I got 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my invite is gone.
It can go either way.
Okay, so smart.
Well, it's a double standard. Yeah, because if a woman comes up to you and say, hey, baby, you look good, you fine, I want some of that tonight, let's go. The first thing a man don't think, ooh, this is a hoe right here.
Yeah.
She's not going to get the same respect or whatever they're saying. If a man, you flip it.
That's what I just said. Didn't I just say that? If you flip the script, Oh my God, them men will go smooth, slap crazy.
But it's okay. I feel like he gets denied more.
You got men out there that'll turn it down. Just like certain women value their body. You got men that value their body. But the thing about it,
they got more.
exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the point of all of this, of what I'm saying is the fact of the matter. If we look at our people and our history and the strengths of black families, black marriage, black all that, decades ago, as opposed to now, we're in the baby mama, baby daddy trauma. Yeah. Then there you go. You gotta look at it. It's like the double-edged sword is looking at our culture, looking at who we are, but then looking at American society and what impact it's had on us too.
Yes, so you know when you say
Exactly.
generational, I do want to point out, and I know it's systematically too, and I understand that everybody has their own mind and the system shouldn't control everything. If you are a believer in God, you know what I'm saying? And if not, or whatever you believe in your higher self or God, it's like, that's who leads you. But when you say the generational thing, what clicked into my head was mass incarceration and war on drugs. A lot of our parents, millennials or fathers, were locked up. Yeah, where I come from. So that's true.
That is true. We're going to keep it moving, y'all. I'm going to find one more before we wrap it up tonight. We are ear hustling. This is episode 7, ear hustling. Just going on these TikTok streets, hearing what people have to say about the gender wars, relationships. Let me see. Why are black men inherently so angry? When are black men going to be men again? Ooh. That one's deep, y'all. That one's pretty deep. Let's see what they're talking about. We're ear hustling. Let's go.
Cold, bro. That comment. This was some years ago. It stayed with me, bro. For him to share that with me, which I'm sure maybe that was one of their codes. We don't even let them know that. We just feel how we feel. He shared something with me that stuck with me. And I don't say it to everybody. It ain't nothing I just throw out there. It's like something in my soul that's like, hey, how do we fix that? Every time I look on Instagram, anything, we fighting. We at the full battle. I mean, yeah, we had
a lot of people are monetized on social media, so everything is content. So people are learning how to make money by posting whatever they see just to make money from it.
Money.
And because we're BLK people, that's the majority of the people that's on our social media. We don't have YT people going down. Not a whole bunch of them will see what they're doing and how they act and how they move. It's a whole bunch of
How you feel about that? How you feel about that to know that we got to do them type of things to make money? How you feel about that?
Everybody is doing it. The news out
How
there.
you feel about it? Like the lady said.
I feel great about it. I do what I gotta do to make my coins, whatever it is. If I'm posting,
so they got us figured out. We throw some coins, let them entertain us.
They have the world figured out. The whole world is
listen. The world is not about entertainment. It's about making moves on the chess.
But we're not the only one that's doing that, though. It's because you're not going to see them doing it because your majority of your friends are BLK people. So your algorithm is going to be with your minority.
No, we are the majority of the people that's doing it. That's maybe where they learned some of it from.
We're not.
I think you just want to say that, to kind of balance it out.
No, sir. No.
Okay.
I work in the court system. I'm a mediator. I have YT people on my page. I have BLK people on my page. I see both worlds.
Well, y'all do know that there are more YT Americans in the United States than the U.S. Than the BLK, right? Y'all do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when we look at numbers and we
say
when we say they do it more and all this kind of stuff, just by sheer numbers, there are more of them, right? So when we narrow it down to just us in our community, right, which is smaller, a lot smaller, if the majority of us are doing what we shouldn't be doing, it glares.
Right.
It glares.
But like you said, it's okay because she got to get her coin, or our people got to get our coin. So we got to sacrifice our soul by hurting somebody or inflicting disrespect, or however to get our coins, to get our rates up. Then that's just what we got to do because it's about the coins.
What I'm saying is the internet period pushes this kind of stuff out because they're monetized. Just like I said, if you're a BLK person, so a majority of your people on your timeline is BLK. You're gonna see nothing but BLK drama. You're not gonna see YT drama because you don't interact with these kind of people. They do it too.
I see it. Yeah, I'm gonna say I see it.
Okay, but we're not the only ones that's doing this type of
Okay, now that you've established that we're not the only ones.
More people doing it.
Hold on. I want to get her point. So just because we're not the only ones doing it, how does that help us?
It gives justification for.
I'm asking her.
If everybody is their own individual person, if you don't understand right from wrong and what you should and should not do, then that's your problem. Everybody need to worry about themselves. Worry about raising your team. Worry about raising your team to be police judges or go to college and do the right stuff.
So that's not how community really works, man.
That's
why you can continue to say, look what you have to keep comparing us to them.
Y'all cut it out down there in the chat.
Regardless of what, they stick together. They stick together more than we do. And don't even get on the other ethnicities and cultures, right? They
you don't know that. We're not.
Ma'am.
We're not watching people. How do we know what they're doing? You just don't know what you see.
You see who in office, right?
And we had a black man in office, and then no other black person ran. Besides the lady, and nobody was voting for her.
Okay, let me back this.
Okay, they getting ready to go into politics. Just side note, because they said, I guess they believe Obama was the first black president, but Obama really was not the first black president. If you have a $2 bill, I implore you to do some homework and look on that $2 bill and find out who that black man is on your $2 bill. That America, United States, was your first black president. Side note, fun fact, y'all don't have no beef down in the chat, please. Y'all, take it outside. This is just a conversation. Tonight is about ear hustling, about our community, about relationships, the gender wars, and so on and so forth. I wanted to stop in. We are on the TikTok streets. We're ear hustling, and that's what it is. Let me go back up to the chat because I did step away really quick and I let it run. Let me see. What was Rallo saying? I can't need to fall back. No money in that nonsense no more. What? No money in what, Rallo? This is community building. This is really trying to find. Are you talking about no money in the working on a site? I'm kind of behind y'all because I did step away for a minute. So I'm kind of lost. So yeah, I'm not monetized on this channel, but maybe I should monetize. I don't know if you're saying there's no money in this. In the gender wars, I think it's some money. It might be some money in the gender wars, bro, because there's a lot of people, as you can see, if you was following us, they're talking about it, and I'm not talking about it on a negative aspect. Let me put this on it. Geesh. Is everybody saying geesh? That is like a 1960s little slang. Geesh. There's no money in it. I'm not monetized. I'm not making no money. But maybe I should monetize this channel. What you say? Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to go back, y'all, because I did miss some comments. So I like to see, like to hit everybody up. I said hello. Let me get you up on. Let me give you some shine. I welcomed you in. Yay! Hey, are you new here? Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all get them thumbs up. You know what? I'm disappointed. I'm sad. Do we have to go to a commercial break? Hmm? Do we have to go to a commercial break and get those thumbs up real quick? Huh? Matter of fact, I think we should go to a commercial break. Get the thumbs up. You can also, since I'm not monetized, let me go ahead and put this up here. You can also support this platform. That's right. You can support the platform by donating to the Cash App, and maybe I'll come on here more often. So I want you to go ahead and get the thumbs up, and we're going to wait till them thumbs up get rising. And I'm watching, okay? I'm paying attention. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's get it. Let's go. We're going to talk about these relationships and the gender wars. That's right. Okay? I want you to get the thumbs up. Let's go. We're going to wait. Hey. Come on. Hey. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Hey. Thumbs up. Let's go. Hey. Hey. That's right. Thumbs up. All right. Upstream. No battles, no beef. Just here. All right. All right. So, tonight we did a ear hustling episode. I will be doing more of these live streams where we just go in and we listen. We keep our ear to the streets. We listen to what is happening out here. You know, hold on for a minute. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep our ears to the street. We're gonna listen what's happening. We're gonna try to work with each other to make wise decisions on our relationship building, where and how we should move from here. I mean, goodness, we've done 2 hours, y'all. Goodness, that flew by. That literally flew by. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping in and listening in. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more ear hustling episodes. They'll come in between. Once again, go ahead, get that thumbs up. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. We gonna rock out to some of his music. Get that thumbs up for me real quick before we get out the building. Hey, come on. Hey. Yes. You can always hit the Cash App, support the show. Like I said, I am not monetized. We might need to get there, okay? Hey. Huh. All right, y'all. I am really I'm excited for these series to continue because I think that we might be able to make a change, or at least I can say that I and my community, we will be putting insight. We will hear from people who disagree with maybe some things that I say. I wanted you guys to hear the ear hustling that I'm doing on TikTok, because I'm going to bring panels. That's right, panels to YouTube, and you'll be able to come up onto the panel and, hey, we're going to have a discussion, good, bad, or ugly. We got to figure this out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We really have to figure this out. And I want you to help me like I'm going to be trying to help you. All right? I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right? And much love to y'all.